If you came here tonight with a heavy heart and thoughts that won't stop spinning, take a deep breath. You are not alone. Maybe your day was too heavy to carry. Maybe your mind has been repeating the same worry for hours. Maybe your body's tired, but your soul still cannot rest. If that is how you feel right now, close your eyes for a moment and let these words reach you, not as another task, but as an invitation to rest. Anxiety has this cruel way of making the future seem bigger than God. It whispers that something bad is coming, that you won't be able to handle it, that control is slipping away from your hands. But tonight, let's remember together a truth that anxiety does not want you to believe. God is closer to your heart than any fearful thought passing through your mind. In the letter to the Philippians, it is written, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds." Notice that this promise does not say your problems will disappear tonight. It says something deeper. There is a peace that does not depend on circumstances being solved, a peace that guards the heart even while the situation remains uncertain. That is the peace we are seeking now, together, before God. Maybe you are thinking, I have prayed so many times and the anxiety keeps coming back. If that is what you feel, know that it does not mean your faith is small. It simply means you are human and you are still learning to release what your heart insists on carrying alone. Tonight we will practice that surrender again, patiently, without rushing. In Psalm 34, David writes about a moment when he himself was full of fear. He says, "I sought the Lord and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Those who look to him are radiant and their faces are not ashamed." This poor man called and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles. Notice that David was not free from reasons to be afraid. He was being pursued, his life was at risk, his future was uncertain. And yet he testifies that seeking God brought freedom from fear. Not because the danger disappeared, but because his gaze shifted direction from the problem to the presence of God. Maybe this is the shift your soul needs tonight. Not the complete solution to what is worrying you, but a shift in focus. Taking your eyes off what seems impossible and placing them on the one who has always been bigger than any impossibility. If your mind is racing right now, trying to solve everything at once, I invite you to release those loose ends for a moment. You do not need to figure out your whole life tonight. You only need to breathe and hand over what is in your hands right now. Father, I come to you tonight with a tired heart. The thoughts have not stopped, and I feel like I am carrying a weight that was never meant for me to carry alone. I hand over to you my worries, my fears, everything that still has no answer. I choose to trust that you are in control, even when I cannot see the whole path ahead. In Matthew, Jesus teaches something simple and profound. He says, "Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself." Each day has enough trouble of its own. This is not indifference to what you feel. It is an invitation to live one day at a time, trusting that God's grace arrives renewed each morning and that you do not need to carry tomorrow's weight today. Maybe anxiety has made you live entire days in the future, imagining scenarios that may never happen. Tonight, I invite you back to the present, to this moment, this breath, this prayer. This is where God is with you now. The Apostle Peter writes something that seems made exactly for nights like this. He says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." Not just hand it over, but cast it like someone releasing a burden they can no longer bear. And the reason for this surrender is not just a command, it is because he genuinely, personally cares for you tonight. If you feel like you have tried to release this anxiety so many times and it always returns, maybe the invitation is not to surrender once and never touch the subject again. Maybe the invitation is to surrender again, tonight and tomorrow and the day after, until trust in God grows stronger than the habit of fear. In Psalm 94, we find these words, "When my anxious thoughts multiplied within me, your consolations brought joy to my soul." Notice the psalmist does not deny that thoughts multiply. He acknowledges the racing mind, the thoughts piling one on top of another. And in the midst of that, he finds comfort, not because the thoughts stop, but because God enters the middle of the crowd of thoughts and brings rest to the soul. Maybe tonight your mind is still full of thoughts. That is normal. You do not need to silence everything to find peace. You only need to allow, in the middle of it all, God's presence to also be present, bringing comfort even in the middle of the crowd of thoughts. Lord, I acknowledge my mind has been too full. Thoughts about what could go wrong, about what I cannot control, about a future I cannot see. I ask that, in the middle of all this, your peace finds room to enter. I am not asking the thoughts to disappear right now. I am asking your presence to be bigger than them. Isaiah wrote words that cross generations and still speak directly to the anxious heart. He says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you and uphold you with my righteous right hand." Notice the verbs used here: strengthen, help, uphold. God does not just promise to be nearby, distant, watching. He promises to actively work in your life, sustaining you with his own strength, especially in moments when your strength is no longer enough. If you feel your own strength has run out tonight, that is not a lack of faith. It is exactly the moment God's strength was made to enter. You do not need to be strong to deserve his care. You only need to come, tired, exactly as you are. In Psalm 46, we find one of the firmest declarations about God's presence in times of trouble. It says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way, and though the mountains fall into the heart of the sea." That is a strong image. Even if the ground itself seems to move, even if everything that seems solid feels unstable, God remains a refuge. Maybe tonight you feel the ground shifting under your feet, that the uncertainty is too great. Still, the promise remains. He is a refuge even when everything else seems unstable. Let's pause here for a moment. Just breathe. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs. You are alive, you are here, and God is with you in this exact moment, not tomorrow. Now. Heavenly Father, I thank you because you are my refuge. When everything around me seems unstable, I choose to rest in you. I hand over to you every worry tonight, every fear that still has no name, every thought that keeps coming back. I believe your peace is bigger than my anxiety, and I choose to trust that now, even without feeling it completely. Maybe you don't feel peace arriving instantly, and that's okay. Faith is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to trust even in the middle of doubt. Tonight, choose to trust a little more than you fear. Choose to surrender a little more than you control. God receives you exactly as you are, without requiring you to arrive perfect or calm before coming to him. As your body prepares to rest, let your mind prepare too. Release your shoulders, release your forehead, release your hands that may be clenched without you even noticing. Every part of your body can rest, because tonight's watchfulness does not depend on you. God does not sleep, does not grow tired, and is caring for everything you cannot control. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your soul. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. That is the promise covering tonight. While you sleep, he watches. While your mind rests, he continues working on your behalf. You can let go of control tonight because the hands holding you never let go. Father, I hand over this night into your hands. I hand over my sleep, my thoughts, my tomorrow. I choose to rest knowing you are caring for every detail I cannot see. May your peace fill every space anxiety tried to occupy. May I sleep knowing I am loved, I am cared for, and I am never alone. If you have made it this far, I want you to know the simple fact that you are here, seeking peace in the middle of anxiety, is already an act of faith. You do not need all the answers tonight. You only need to rest in the one who has them. May tonight be one of deep sleep and a peaceful heart. May you wake up tomorrow remembering you face nothing alone. And whenever anxiety tries to return, may you remember these words: God is with you now and always. If this prayer touched your heart, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and share in the comments how you are feeling today. May God guard your sleep and your soul tonight.